Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. Thank you for joining us on this Monday, February 1st. I'm Linda Karnauskas. Well, today is a very special day on the Owatonna Today Show. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary of being on the air. Ready, gang? Yeah. Yay! Happy birthday, Owatonna Show! Woohoo! There you go. Come on, grab some of this. Happy birthday, Owatonna! Come on, Todd, blow that thing. Okay. All right. Wow.
As you can tell, you know who we have on this guest today.
So, happy birthday, Owatonna Today Show. And to celebrate, we have with us two special guests who started the Owatonna Today Show back on February 1st, 1991. We have with us none other than Connie, Ruth, and our buddy over here, Todd, Hale. Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. And they're going to be sharing and talking with us about how the Owatonna Today Show got started. And we're going to, Leanne's going to have some clips she'll be showing you on the first show that we did for the Owatonna Today Show. So we'll be right back after a few messages from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with Todd Hale and Connie Ruth, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're here visiting with Connie, Ruth, and Todd Hale, celebrating our 25th anniversary of being on the air with the Owatonna Today Show. Welcome, Todd and Connie. How are you doing?
Good.
Great. And we're just honored that you would be with us today.
Well, we were kind of a part of the start, certainly a big part of the start. Connie was the manager of Jones Intercable at the time, and of course I was the hired host of the program, and but it was kind of really Connie's wish, wasn't it, Connie, that we get more involved locally.
That's right.
And this was always her, I guess, her dream that we would put together a local show of some kind.
That's right.
And my being retired from the radio in 1990, I was still had that urge to be in the communication business, which I still have, really.
You are still in it.
But we got to talking together, and I'll let Connie kind of go from her wishes, and Linda, you can talk with her, because she was really the beginning of this whole thing. And I don't know, was it a hard sell with the Jones people or not?
Well, it was interesting. We had, I had gone to the city because really there were three things. We wanted quality programming. People were really asking for it. Our customers really wanted quality local programming, what was happening in the community. And so we listened to them and we said, we're gonna try, to do this. So also, because we really wanted to bring the community to the people. And there's people can't go out to everything, and some are homebound. So we really wanted to bring the community to the people. So we thought this is a perfect avenue. Well, anyway, I went to the city council asking for some of the money back from the franchise fees, and they apparently had just heard that they had to pay an extra $100,000, and so I got the nicest refusal I've ever gotten in my life. But they just said, we can't do it. They're running out after me and feeling so bad. So we said, well, we're going to do it. And unable to do it, we're going to start selling advertising. And Jones Intercable said, well, they weren't going to buy all the equipment and everything until we sold at least 6 months of advertising.
When did that campaign start? Because the show actually aired February 1st. Nice winter time, not good time of year to start.
Right.
So when did the campaign for the advertising and everything really begin?
Yes.
Probably ahead of that.
In the
didn't
fall,
it?
right. I think it was the fall before.
Okay.
And so we just worked about it, but we had a person who was good at selling advertising, and so we didn't hire anyone new. We just used that person, and he ended up being videotaping it and videotaping Todd. So anyway, and during all this time, I was talking with Todd because he was our voice of Owatonna. So he said he is perfect for the position if he'll do it. And so we were chatting about that, and then was selling the advertising at that point. Then Jones Intercable did give us some equipment, so we were able to start and do it. And we were in one little corner of the room, which you'll see a clip later, I believe. But we just later then, of course, built a studio, and from then on, and 25 years later, it's pretty exciting to see that it's still going. But it's really been a success.
And I think our viewers, we all need to be reminded the world was a different place 25 years
Yes.
ago with technology.
Oh
So
my,
that was a
definitely.
big deal,
Yes.
a big deal putting a show on.
It was, and as Connie alluded to, we started, we had no studio, we had one camera, and our studio set was in a little corner of, I guess was coffee room or something there
exactly.
at Jones. Same facility that Charter occupies today, the same building.
Correct.
Which was a car wash way back, I remember it. But
Yes.
anyway, same building.
Yes.
And so we went into this little corner and set up a camera, and away we went with that first show. So we didn't really have an official recording studio until quite a ways down the line, did we, Connie? We put it together, the studio that we ended up with.
Right.
Which was very nice, good, and it was roomy and
Yes.
this type thing. And we eventually got another camera, and we eventually got, a
Yes,
few other
right.
things that, and of course I was, I had always had the urge to remain in the news business, because that's what I did for 30 years at the radio station. And so that's why I said, well, we'll do a 10-minute segment of local news before we get our guest on the show. And eventually, I think, and I'm trying to think back, both Connie and my memories have faded a little bit
Oh,
of
definitely.
all these years, right?
Yes, definitely.
But
yes.
eventually we went to a 15-minute live newscast at 7:45 in the morning, something like that. And then we'd tape that when we ran it live.
Right.
And then at the end of that newscast, we did the Owatonna Today Show. So we really had 45 minutes of local programming there as we expanded that. So I did the funerals, and I did all the things that I did at the radio station.
So let's take a look at the first clip.
Oh, first clip, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen this, but here it is. This
Here
is
we go.
Not for 25 years.
This is when we started, the official starting?
That's right, the first day.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go. You can comment if you'd like.
Hello, everybody, and we
Heck,
welcome you to what we call the maiden voyage on Jones Intercable Channel 22 of Owatonna Today. This is Todd Hale. I'll be your host on Owatonna Today, and good to be back with you again in your homes. We are excited about this new venture on Jones Intercable Channel 22, and of course, we want to bring you up to date on what's happening around Owatonna today. That's going to be our purpose. Let me tell you a little bit about our program, and before I do that, I want to tell you that we're going to have some very dedicated, and certainly we thank the sponsors who are helping to bring this program to you on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. Today, we have our sponsors as Premier Bank in Owatonna, Owatonna Siding and Window, Cocky Jewelers, and Highway Furniture Sales. Let me tell you a little bit about what Owatonna Today is going to be all about. And indeed, the title is certainly very indicative of what we're going to be doing. We're going to begin each program with a bit of local news to bring you up to date on what's happened over a 24-hour period. And following that, we're going to have special guests with us on a daily basis, people who make Owatonna go, who are important to our community and who have something to tell you, the people of our community, as well. And we're also going to be featuring at the end of our program a little celebration of birthdays and anniversaries and special events that are happening. So if you have notes about that, please send them to me here at Jones Intercable at 1110 East School Street in Owatonna. We'll be happy to put them on at the end of our program on the day of the birthday or anniversary. So be sure to get those bits of information to me.
Oh, there we were. And that was pretty good, really. It was just a little corner.
That's right.
Right?
You saw me take the coffee cup, though. We were like this. We had to sit with our elbows in.
Right, exactly, exactly.
But I think what actually happened is that people called you at home. I don't know if they ever called Jones Intercable. They were so used to Todd that they would just call him at home and say, this is what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
How fast 20 years has gone by, huh?
25, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
it is
25, but I meant just in watching, for me, I've been here 20
yeah.
years and you 25, so I'm thinking, wow, how fast the time goes by. Yeah.
It's fun.
Of course, I think we aired it, I think, 4 times a day. And Connie, you can relate to the fact that we had a pizza party on the day first show at noon. It was always at noon.
Yes.
And so we all gathered at Jones, and we brought pizza in to wait for this first show. And what happened? It didn't go.
There was a no-show.
It didn't kick in.
Oh!
Yeah, because this was all automatic. I mean, it was supposed to do it, and it didn't do it. And oh man, talk about embarrassing, because we'd plugged this for so long.
But we worked quickly, and our technicians got going, and it went on the air.
It finally went on late,
Yes.
but nevertheless, it didn't go. That was kind of disappointing.
One of our bloopers.
One of our bloopers, yeah.
A question, Connie, I wanted to ask you quickly is why a television show? What was your purpose in the idea? What did you want to bring to the community?
Sure. Well, that's a good question. And we, of course, we're cable TV. And so for me, I just wanted to bring everything to the community and bring the community to the people, because so many people were saying, we'd really like to know what's going on, and we just can't get to everything. So if we could see what's going on and hear what's going on, and people loved it. So that was our main purpose, was to bring them quality programming that was local.
And you had mentioned in our discussions, too, you got to highlight some of the faith-based groups here in town as well, the churches, correct?
Well, we did. As time went on, we were able to add church services. That's something that I was really adamant about doing, because people in the nursing homes or assisted living cannot come to church, and so they just love it. And those are still on today. And we put each church on for 3 times per week. And they're still on at that same time. And then also later, we did the Young Life cake auction to help promote that. So people at home would be able to access it, and the sales just went up for Young Life. So that was really exciting to be able to see those things going, and they're still going today.
And for people in Owatonna in the winter, to not have to get out and really
Well,
know.
we did. You did city council meetings. Still do those, I think.
Absolutely.
Don't you?
Oh, sure. Oh,
and,
yes.
some of those things as well.
All local interest. That's
we
right.
had a lot of people that were part of this whole thing. Did you want to take a break?
I did.
And then-
I gotta
and then-
go. I gotta highlight our sponsors, because we want to keep the show going.
We do.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We're going to take a short break to hear a message from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with Connie, Ruth, and Todd Hale. So please stay with us.
Hi, this is Eric with the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. A heated swimming pool, sauna, running track, cardio room, basketball court, weight room, and 6 tennis courts are among the amenities you can enjoy at our facility. We have a variety of membership packages available to meet the needs of everyone, or you can simply drop in for the day. Stop out today and take advantage of all we have to offer. West Hills Tennis and Fitness, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care,
where we provide optimum living activities to keep our residents engaged in life.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Say, let me tell you that we have a new visitor's guide here in Owatonna. And this is something that's brand new. We're going to talk a little bit more about this on Monday with Ted Ringhofer, who's going to be with us from the Chamber of Commerce. This is a brand new Owatonna Visitor's Guide. It's available at the Owatonna Chamber of Commerce, and it is presented by the Visitors Bureau, which is headed up by Skip Tucker. And he presented this to the people at a recent Chamber of Commerce gathering, what they call their after-hours gathering. Has a lot of information about the city of Owatonna. We're going to be talking more about it, as we said, on Monday with Ted, but I did want to bring it to your attention. You can pick it up at the Chamber of Commerce office in beautiful, clear color, and believe me, there are some beautiful pictures of Owatonna. It would be nice even to send your relatives or former residents of our community. In case you did not know who won that beautiful red Pontiac that was raffled off as a part of the Owatonna High School Choir fundraising activities, I will tell you that Sharon Clark was the winner. Her name was pulled from the barrel of over 6,000 entries this past Monday night at the Legalwood Sisters program at the Owatonna High School Auditorium, which also benefited the Owatonna High School Choir. Sharon is Mrs. Scott Clark. They run Nelson's Gas here in Owatonna. She said, I just couldn't believe it. I've never won anything in my life. And right now, she is the proud owner of a 1991 Pontiac Grand Am from Hirsch Motors in Owatonna. And John Mueller-Liley is heading up the fundraising effort for the choir. Number one, thanked Hirsch Motors because they made the car available at cost to the choir and to everybody who supported the project by buying the raffle tickets. Yep, we couldn't all win, but Sharon is mighty happy about it, and she'll look good sporting around. She said it's going to replace her 85 Buick. I suppose that'll be for sale before too long. This Sunday night, the Owatonna Sertoma Club will sponsor their annual Service to Mankind Award Dinner and their Sertoman of the Year Award Dinner. That'll be at the Brooktree Municipal Golf Course Clubhouse this coming Sunday evening. And on Monday's Owatonna Today, we will have, of course, the name of the winner of those awards. Last year, Lloyd Zalnowski was the winner. And we should mention to you that this coming Sunday at midnight, I am told by the post office they are ready. That's right. It'll cost you 29 cents to mail those first-class letters. So you should, if you want to get the bills in the mail or whatever before it all goes up, here's a chance to do that before the midnight on Sunday, February 3rd, 29 cents for postage.
29 cents?
29 cents, I'll tell you
29
what.
cents. I
Woo!
love it.
It is my
Such
pleasure
a buy,
now
huh?
to introduce you to Connie.
Todd, I
Ruth.
wanted to
How are
ask,
you,
where
Connie?
did you
Fine.
get all your ideas
Excited?
for the show as far as your format, news items,
Yeah,
etc.?
well, it was easy because I really hadn't gotten out of the news business, so to speak. So I didn't have any problem with that. I had plenty of material. And as far as, people called me. As far as guests on the program are concerned, but when we started this out, I had a full calendar for the whole month of February and beyond.
Right.
You know, so I had no problem with either of those efforts and getting the program filled. And you know, being covering the news, you know, I kind of had to be on the alert all the time, as I always was in the radio. And I got a little gift from the gang at Jones at the time. They got me a brand new camera. I was using a little tiny camera that had to be dubbed when I'd bring it in, and they had to do all this stuff before we could even use it. Now I had a regular VCR camera, about this long. It was pretty good sized, and I had it in a case, and I usually carried that in my car, or just because something could happen that I needed the camera. And of course, at the time then I was also driving school bus for my son, who runs the Owatonna Bus Company operation at that time, the school bus operation. So I would drive my morning route, and then I'd head over to the studio, and so I'd have to dress for the occasion, and kids always wondered why I had a tie and coat on driving the bus, but I dressed ahead of that, drove my morning bus route, and then I went over to Jones, and we filmed actually 3 shows on Monday and 2 shows on Tuesday to fill the week.
Now, you had talked about, you know, news and different things, but we didn't have the internet, we didn't have emails,
No.
I mean,
Good,
for instance,
good share, but
the post office, 29 cents. Where'd you get that tidbit? Did you call the post office? Or?
No, normally, you know, either we got little news releases, which had to be sent at that time. We didn't have email, right? I didn't anyway. And And so, and I'd pick little things out of the newspaper, you know, from the past week. So, yeah, again, had no problem in filling the news up. And it finally developed, Connie, I think, you know, we started out with bits of news to begin the program with, but then we went to a 15-minute local newscast that went ahead of the Owatonna Today Show. I guess I mentioned that earlier, but that we did as well. And I did that for several years until I finally said, man, this is ridiculous. I'm carrying this camera with me on a school bus to go do something, and it was just, I said, enough is enough. I can't continue doing this schedule.
Let's take this back to a cold winter day, February 1st, 1991. Cameras, lights, Connie. How did it feel being the first guest on the Owatonna Today Show?
I'm sure I was frightened, but it was so exciting. We were so excited. This is something we wanted for so long, and it was such a team effort. The entire group, you know, we really were a family at Jones Intercable, and everybody worked together because it was not something we didn't, you know, we didn't have corporate help, we didn't have franchise fees help, we just were going to do it on our own. And we were able to do it, and we were so excited. So it was really, really fun. And Todd and I were just so excited. Really, the entire community, as Todd said, we had a pizza party. Everybody was just so excited to do it. And of course, then it didn't show. But it finally went on, and then it was great from then on. So, no, and like for Todd to have people on, as he said, he was always full at least a month in advance. People loved to be on it, and it was great for all of our organizations, companies, schools. We had schools on a lot, all of our schools, because they could have exposure that people wouldn't normally be able to get to each one of them. Think of people who don't have children in school, but then they could hear all about the programming, and so it really was just very informative. So no, it was pretty exciting. But I'm sure I remember thinking, oh my, what do we look like when they can see us?
One last clip, and that's of Connie.
Oh, really?
Here
This
we
is
go.
One more clip, huh?
Yep.
One more clip.
That's our Leanne back there, by the way.
Yeah, our producer has to get her word
doing a
in.
wonderful
Okay.
job.
Does a wonderful job. They both do.
Here we go.
Well, it is my pleasure now to introduce you to Connie Ruth. How are you, Connie?
Just fine,
Connie's
thank
been
you.
excited. I slept well last night. I did wake up a little earlier this morning thinking, my gosh, this is the day.
That's right.
And Connie, of course, is the manager here at Jones Intercable. And there are some changes. If you haven't noted that by going through your channels today, indeed, there are some changes on the channels themselves. We're going to talk a little bit about that first of all. So what's happened as of today?
Right. Well, first of all, of course, we really are excited about the Owatonna Today Show. We've wanted for some time at Jones to bring the community this service with the local news and personalities. So to make it a reality is really exciting for us. And so our customers know that on Channel 22, this will be daily, Monday through Friday. Now, Channel 8, one of the main changes, as people have noticed this morning already, and today, that on Channel 8 will be the community bulletin board. So normally, where people would tune to 13 for the church services, they will now tune to Channel 8.
Thank you again for joining us here on Owatonna today, and we have Connie Ruth with us, who is the manager here at Jones Intercable, and I must say the people here have just been great in getting this program going, and it's been a technical maze here to get everything rolling this first time around, but we think that it's going to be a popular thing with you, and we're glad that you tuned in to view us here today.
Yeah, you know, we were a team, and just to bounce a few names around, we had in the front office, we had Mary Groff and we had Melda Bang, who were the two people in the front office. Our
Jackie
camera
Schneider.
And Jackie Schneider, who in turn became the manager after Connie left, I think.
Well,
right?
no, she was actually she was our business manager.
Our
but
business
she,
manager,
office manager,
yep,
but right.
okay.
But she was there when I was there, right?
When you were there, yep.
Yep, sure.
And we had, of course, our Owatonna Today staff, which was our camera person. And the first camera person was one of the Weiss brothers. I think it was Mark. And he not only ran the camera for us, but sold the advertising.
Right.
So we had a doubled indemnity. We had, of course, camera people, and Leanne, who's still manning the cameras, was our final camera person. But we also had Mike McGarren, who for years was my partner, and we really got to the point where we could tell what each other person was thinking. We had Kira, and we had, of course, our salesperson doing the camera work as well. So we were kind of a team that put the show on every week, and we, you know, a lot of good friends.
Real quick, we're having such a good time. We don't want to run out of time on some of these things. Real quick, Connie, what do you remember as your biggest blooper with the show?
Ooh. Okay.
Well, the biggest, I think, was that it didn't show the
Didn't
first
show
time.
on the first day.
And I, it was so interesting, and we talked about the front office, but we had all of the staff that was in the field as well, all the technical people who really got them together. It was such a team to get everybody together, and everybody works hard. So it really was wonderful, and really with all of the help, it really went off very well. And when we just had to, it was live, we just put it on and away it went. So if we had bloopers, they just had to go, and people knew us, and we're very happy to.
And what's the most rewarding thing in developing a show over the years, or whatever?
I loved seeing the guests come in because they were all old friends of mine, and seeing and meeting new people that came in as well. So it really was great. My biggest blooper was when we, and I think Leanne may have been here at that time, we invited some people in to talk about Taekwondo, I think it was, and they brought in all of these cement blocks, and they started destroying these cement blocks in our studio, on our carpet and everything. Holy cow, what a mess that was by the time we got everything cleaned up and ready for the next taping. Yeah, I can remember that one. So.
Any
Blood all over too.
Oh, it was something else,
Any injuries or?
No injuries, but I was a little shook about what was going to happen after we were done, but it all worked out.
Well, we've had a lot of laughs, and it's just really a joy to see that it's still on and has gone well. But that's the credit to all of you that have kept it going.
In few words, I'm going to have to wrap up here. Just in maybe one or two words. How did it feel leaving the show?
Oh, well, it was
leaving the Owatonna Today Show.
Yeah, when I left the show, I left it in good hands with people that were going to do the show, such as yourself, and there's been various guest hosts on the program. But I was ready for lesser, and I was becoming more involved at the fair, which I still am. So it was getting tough to work everything in. So
Connie,
yeah, that was my.
How about you, Connie?
Of course, you left.
Yes. In 1999, I had left Jones Intercable, and I was doing some other things, but it was difficult to leave because you were such a family. However, I've kept very close contact and still watch Owatonna Today shows all the time. So I didn't feel I was really leaving. It's still a family that we're all together. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for all you've done for our community, and you keep on giving to the community. You're just wonderful people, and I want to personally shake your hand. And thank you for coming in today. We're going to take
it's our honor.
We're going to take a quick break to hear a short message from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to Transitional Housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
Great 25th anniversary cake.
We get cake.
It's delicious.
How can we be so lucky?
Yeah. Well,
we never had any food in the old days. That's for sure. But anyway,
we're going to keep on partying. Thank you so
Thanks,
much
Linda.
again. You're everything to this community. We really appreciate you. That wraps it up for today, and we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday when we will learn about the Lenten luncheons from St. Paul's Episcopal Church in downtown. And then we'll be visiting on location Wednesday with the principal and the students of St. Mary's Catholic School. So enjoy the rest of your day. We're having cake.
Yes, awesome.
Right.